I'm in the kitchen and it's tomato, mushroom, and spinach soup. Don't go anywhere. This soup is going to be so important. You're going to love this. Let's start by getting a little olive oil on the bottom of the pan. A couple of tablespoons here is good. Thank you, olive oil. Now let's go in. I've got some onions and I want to get these browned. In we go, and I will just move that around so that all the onion is coated in olive oil, and that's extra virgin olive oil, single origin, cold press. But if vegetable oil is fine, use what you've got on hand. I really would prefer to call them purple because they do look purple, but people call these red onions. Now, these are looking good. They're smelling aromatic. Just a few more minutes and we'll be able to do the next layer of goodness. Those are smelling so good. Now I'm going to bring in my garlic. I cut this earlier. I love just a rough chop. This is going to bring some aromatics, a depth and level of flavor. So good. I love garlic. Garlic is easy to burn, so you just want this 30 seconds to a minute. I can already smell it. And then I really think I'm going to come in with just a little bit of salt on this. And remember, it's better to be able to add salt at the end than to add too much salt. Now, let's come in with the mushrooms. So in go the mushrooms. Be sure to refer to my recipe because you'll get the exact measurements and how many mushrooms. And often I put grams up, measurements in metric, so that you can more precisely get it measured out. Usually this is about 4 to 5 minutes. Longer or faster depending on the level of heat on your oven. These mushrooms are starting to blend the aromas with the onions and the garlic. That salt will sweat these out because we want some of the moisture to come out of this. Let's let it just cook for a moment. I don't want to walk away from this though, because you do want to occasionally stir this. It could be easy for your onions to get overdone or burn even. You don't want a burnt onion. All right, now those have been on for about 4 minutes, and here I have some freshly cut Roma tomatoes. Now, I love to do a rough cut because I like for people to know you didn't just pull this out of a machine. You took time to do that by hand. So I chopped these by hand. Oh my gosh, the aromas. It is filling the kitchen with just this beautiful, fresh aroma. Now, we're going to let these cook and just simmer down a little bit. They're juicy, and I did not de-seed those. All right, these are continuing to stew, and I'm going to come in with just some crushed tomatoes. And this is going to add, just another level of texture. All right, turn my heat up just a tad. I want to go around and get the sides to make sure that I don't have anything stuck on the side of the pot that's not going to be worked in. Now, I want this to cook for about 5 minutes. Let those tomatoes soften up and the flavors get blended in. So let's let this cook for just a minute. And I'm giving this a stir. I want the tomatoes to break down, and they are starting to break down just a tad. All right, now I have here a wonderful Italian stock. You can see all those delicious seasonings, spices floating in there. And I love this stuff. I love a good Italian stock. Let's pour this in. Get in there, Italian stock. Now, let's give that a stir. That cooled my pot down substantially. I'll need this to heat back up, but you can see this is starting to look like a delicious soup, and it's smelling absolutely wonderful. It really is. All right, now as this comes back up to temperature, I'm going to throw in some coarse black pepper. I want just a touch of heat, so I'm going to add some pepper flakes. And then just to amp up the flavors of my Italian seasoning broth that I put in, or my stock, I'm going to add a little bit more, just a pinch or two of Italian seasoning. Now I want to give this a stir. I want to come in and just get a little bit of this out and taste it for seasoning. Let's try a little of it. And what I'm really testing for right now, sometimes I like a little bit of sugar. So I'm going to give this another little swish, another little taste test. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I'm going to come in with just a tad of sugar. This will marry with those flavors, and it will heighten the goodness of those tomatoes. I want this to simmer for about 10 to 12 minutes. I'm going to put the lid on and let this just cook away. About 5 more minutes, and then we're going to eat. I've got some extra ingredients to go in, so stay with me. This has been cooking for a bit. It's been simmering, and let's get in one of the last ingredients, but not the last. One of the last. This is the spinach. Check that recipe on how much spinach I'm using here. I do love fresh spinach, wilted. So good, so good. In it goes. I'm going to give this a stir. And as this works its way down, it won't take long for this to wilt. I'm a spinach fan. Growing up, the only reason that I wanted spinach on my plate is because Popeye the Sailor Man ate spinach, right? That is the only reason that I wanted spinach. But as I've matured, as a few grays have come in, I find that I really like spinach a lot. Now, I'm going to give this a little bit of a creamier base. I have here some heavy cream. Let's add this in. Now remember, oh gosh, that's gonna just really enrich the base of this soup. I'm gonna turn my heat up just a tad. Let's give it a stir. Look at that color. Oh my gosh. Now, this is going to come to a simmer again. I just want that heavy cream to heat up. Now, this, I can turn it off, the heat. We're going to let this sit just for a few minutes, and we're ready to enjoy. We're ready to enjoy. All right, I'm back. I've cleaned up my mess. I've put my soup out. It smells delicious. I'm dropping a few croutons in. That was that additional ingredient. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some of this wonderful Parmesan Reggiano right on top. Oh, that looks good. That looks so good. I think I'm going to come in with just a little bit of lemon. A little bit of lemon on my pot. The bowl is hot. I have a pot holder just to hold it with. Let's take a look at this. Get a crouton, a mushroom, some tomato, some spinach. All three here in the bite. A little of that Parmesan cheese on top. Let's give it a blow. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding you. Come on in here. Did I make this? Did I make this? Yes, I did. So good. You could even finish this with a little bit of olive oil if you wanted to. But I'm loving it with just the crouton, the little bit of cheese on top. I love to get the tomato, the spinach, and the mushroom all in one bite. Don't miss out. You will love this soup. Call your friends, share this recipe, tell them about my channel. I'm Ransom Ryder. I'll see you very soon on my next adventure in the kitchen. Let's work on one of your favorite recipes. I'd love to hear from you. Bye, bye. I'm gonna finish this. It's just so good.